Alright, it's going to be your introduction to the back end of WordPress. First thing I want to show you is actually logging in. So first, make sure you keep your URL. Your browser history will probably save it more than likely, and obviously keep your login and your password. Now, right now, we have the WordPress version sitting in what we call a subdirectory of WordPress. So this right here obviously is your URL string, and then WordPress. The reason I'm going over this is because when you log in, you always have to have WP-admin. But what happens is it needs to be after your domain name. So bridevineandbranches.com/WP-admin. And I'm mentioning this WordPress because that's where it is right now. We're doing testing, we're developing, we're doing whatever. That's where it's at. So when you go to log in, once the site is live, it's no longer going to be WordPress. This is not going to be here. It's going to be this /WP-admin. Alright, so I want you, later on when you're going to log in after we move the site live and you're, oh, I can't get in. Well, if you're having a problem, it's probably because you still have WordPress. Alright, anyways, once you get to this page, you'll see this box right here. Go ahead and enter your information. Let's log in. Initially, when you log in for the first time, it's going to look vastly different than mine. Right now I have all this empty space. That's because that's what I want. More than likely, you're going to have all these other boxes showing up. All this stuff. And the majority of this stuff you do not need. If you want to have it there, completely up to you. Completely up to you whether you want to have all this stuff. So to get rid of what you want or keep or whatever, click this screen options button on the right and simply check or uncheck what you don't want. I pretty much want all of it gone. That's just me. Over here on the left is your main navigation toolbar. This is how you're going to get in and out of things, to make edits, to make changes, so forth and so forth. Okay, and I'm not going to go over each individual box because some of these things you're just not going to need. It's probably unlikely you're going to use links, and it's probably unlikely that you're going to go into appearance or plugins or tools or whatever. I want to go over what's important to you in your particular website. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is users, and that's actually editing and or creating a new user. So if I click this, I'm going to have our list of users, which right now is the admin and then your default login. So to edit this, we just click on the name. It's going to give you your basic information, the email address, if you want to fill out any of this other stuff. If you feel like you need to do that, you can do that, as well as change your password. And the biggest reason I'm pointing this out is I gave you a very generic password because obviously I don't know what your password is going to be. So be sure you update that and change that. You do not want things like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. So use something that's remotely strong. Having a CMS in WordPress is great, but if people will hack your site and you have a weak password, they can get in through that way. Not saying your site's going to be hacked, just make sure your password is it's tough, it's strong. Don't make it easy. Next thing is, right now, this is your main admin, this admin. Never delete this, and I cannot stress this enough. Never delete this admin. Now, you can delete yours. If you make a new one, you can delete that one. But this one right here is what's the default that comes with the WordPress install. And if you delete this, your site is now broken and no longer online. Okay? So if you want to change emails, you want to edit it, please feel free to do so. Never delete it. Alright? And to add a new one, if you have to do that, simple, click Add New. And just like the other information I showed you, you give it the username, has to be an email address, and all down, down, down. And if you want them to be able to edit, this is highly important, their role, administrator. That's what gives permissions for someone to be able to fully edit any section of this site. Okay, that's going to be it for this one.